Yeah, so let's start with Sherman and Denison because that one, that's the one I saw first. So that one expires at 11:30. That's for Fannin and Grayson County, including Sherman and Denison along Highway 75. That is for 65-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail.
On radar reflectivity, we've got thunderstorms off to the north right now. Some were severe this afternoon. We do have a few ongoing severe, or at least one ongoing severe thunderstorm there. Weather is going to start moving in tonight after sunset. Mostly a hail threat for tonight, and then tomorrow, all hazards on the table. Look at today, level 1 out of 5 risk for most of us. We do have a low-end tornado threat for far northern county, northwestern counties. Really not too concerned about that. We're going to see that low-level jet really start to pick up, and once we start to see that, that's when I think data suggests that we get some storms going along that dry line off to the west. So last couple of hours, this cold front is going to be making its way down to the south, giving us a chance for storms going into tonight. I'll show you that on future sky forecast in a minute, but here's a look at those threats, specifically around the Red River, toward Medill, down to Sherman, down to Bonham, Paris. Winds medium 60 to 70 miles per hour up to quarter-size hail. That tornado threat is low. Could see some localized flooding. That's level 2 risk around the Red River from Ardmore up to Tishomingo up to Antlers. Damaging winds, large hail, the primary threat today. Tornado threat is very low. Tomorrow, though, we have a much higher risk, level 4 out of 5 risk. I think we do have a medium risk for tornadoes along the leading edge of the line. Damaging winds are going to be the biggest concern. Here's a look at Ravenna tornado from Ravenna, Texas. In Fannin County, we have 2 confirmed tornadoes from Fannin County, both EF1s. And look at those peak winds, 105 miles per hour. The path length was also pretty long, a little over 3 miles there, path width 300 yards. Start time was 9:48. End time was about 9:51 for this particular tornado. I hope everyone stayed safe last night in their shelter or in their safe spot. Overnight last night, we had a very strong line of storms move in with a confirmed tornado. It was an EF1 confirmed tornado, or at least preliminarily, in Ada, Oklahoma. But here's a look at power outages all across Texoma. 5,670 for Grayson County. It's confirmed tornado up in Ada. We had tree damage reports east of I-35, Oklahoma. But here's a look at the storm damage from Ada. This is Jerry Bridger. This is just one structure damage there. This was from that EF1 that came through here. So that low pressure system digging far to the south, looking at these little kinks in the jet stream. Maybe you can't see them. They're really small, but they're enough to give us unstable atmosphere and just enough lift to get storms going here. All right, so yesterday we had temperatures widespread in the upper 80s, even some low 90s. 90 in Paul's Valley, had a chance to beat records all across Texoma. Here's that timeline of the winter storm. The rain will move in Tuesday morning early. The rain continues through about lunchtime, and then the colder air moves in. I think early afternoon we'll see sleet, freezing rain move in from north to south, and then by the evening we'll see snow move in. We'll see the sleet, the freezing rain start to move in from the north first, then moving down south towards the Red River, towards Grayson County. Morning temperatures in the single digits, north winds around 10 to 25, afternoon temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Here's a look at those future wind chills by Tuesday night. We're going to be dropping throughout the day. Tuesday in the teens, single digits, worse towards the north, and there it is. We got some severe road conditions off to the north near Paul's Valley, near Colgate, moderate for the rest of northern portions of Texoma, McAllister, all the way down to Hugo, Ada, and Sulphur. We're getting some grapple right now here in our Denison studio across portions of North Grayson County there, including Pottsboro. Temperatures right now in the upper 30s, 39 degrees, feels like 32. North winds breezy, about 12 miles per hour. I can actually hear the grapple and sleet coming down right now. Here's a look at the radar reflectivity. We're looking at snow mix far to the north. Reports for the last hour or so of some slush in Garvin County and some accumulating snow. Here's a look at that cold front right now. As of 4:30 this afternoon, it has cleared most of the Red River. 72 though is still holding on in Idabel. Now your pumpkins and really any of your decorations that are blow-ups or anything that can be tossed around pretty easily will be pretty much down the street tomorrow and for your Tuesday going into this next week. South wind 10 to 20, 15 to 25 by your Tuesday with gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour. Closer to home, we're going to see this cold front moving in. This is actually part of why that system is staying off to the east. We got that jet stream moving down. That's going to be bringing much cooler temperatures here as we end the month and very, very windy conditions. And speaking of temperatures close to the 30s and low 40s, our average first freeze isn't too far away. First week of November for many of us is when we see our average first freeze and frost, and November 4th is actually our first day that we normally see our first frost here in Sherman. Here's a look at the jet stream. Big cold front moving in. It could not be a better day for kiddos to be having their first day of school here in Denison, and I'm here at Terrell Elementary School. Kiddos are about to be showing up here in just a little bit. I will say it's a bit muggy out here, and it's the air is pretty stagnant, so there's not really much out here to cool you off, but good news is that there's AC inside for sure. But today's going to be a little bit more of a toastier day than yesterday by a few degrees. We're going to continue to see those temperatures trend upwards here as we go through today and tomorrow. Well, happy Thursday to you. Hopefully you're staying dry and safe here going into this afternoon. It's 66 degrees and really soggy out on our Sherman Chevrolet Cadillac Tower Cam. It feels like 66. We got south winds about 6 miles per hour out there, and that sunset this evening is early, 5:21. Here's a look at that radar reflectivity now from the National Weather Service. So about 80 to 100% chance, 100% coverage right now of these storms. Got some heavy rain showers and thunderstorms moving through Grayson County just a minute ago, and now those are moving into Durant, Bryan County. Lots of heavy rain showers in southeastern Oklahoma. Lightning count has gone down in some of those storms, so not really in the short term anticipating severe storms with these, but we still have that risk for severe weather today, and that flooding threat will be the biggest concern. Here's a look at the radar estimated 24-hour rainfall accumulation, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches up to possibly 3 just since this morning, and we are continuing to watch for that flooding threat this afternoon. Thunderstorms continuing to move to the south and east today and into this afternoon. We'll see a continuation of the thunderstorms throughout Texoma, and we'll be drying out tomorrow. Partly cloudy to even some more sunshine for your Friday, and that level 1 risk still in place today with that low tornado threat for all counties today. It is very, very low, but we are tracking that chance with the upper level system moving through. Wind shear is increasing, and of course we do have that instability out there as well. And now through really this evening and tonight, here's a look at those threats. Tornado threat is very low, not really expecting that to be the main concern. 60-mile-per-hour winds and up to golf ball size hail will be a medium risk, but flooding is going to be what we're really going to be paying attention to today. Additional 1 to 3 inches today of a rainfall accumulation expected, and highs going to be in the upper 60s, maybe a low 70s, but I think it's going to be hard to get out of the 60s as long as we continue to see rain. This weekend, a lot quieter, at least for the first part of the weekend. Partly cloudy Saturday, and then Sunday we're tracking our next system moving in. We'll be in the 60s. Now from November 27th through December 3rd, we're tracking below average temperatures, cooler for your Thanksgiving Day. Future sky forecast, though, like I mentioned, we're expecting that second system to move through later this weekend into the first part of the week for Thanksgiving week. So maybe early travelers, Monday, you'll have some thunderstorms you're dealing with Monday throughout the day, and looks like maybe Tuesday will start to kind of dry out. I do think we'll be dry for Thanksgiving Day, partly cloudy, light winds. It'll be chilly though, temperatures in the 50s, but thankfully we're not expecting any winter precip. Here's that 7-day sponsored by the crazy AC guy. 69 today, 70s tomorrow, and 60s again this weekend, and more storm chances possibly early this week with another cold front moving in, and we'll be down in the 50s by Wednesday and Thursday with those morning temperatures down in the 40s, tracking even 30s at the end of next week.